Hey, how's it going, Assassins? This is Wheel, and in today's video we're going to be building some more of our Home Alone mansion. This is part number 2 in how to build a fully detailed version of the McAllister house from, of course, Home Alone. In the previous episode, in episode number 1, part 1, we went ahead and built the entire basement. If you did happen to miss that episode, do not panic. I have made a new playlist for all of these crazy Home Alone videos to be in one, place for us all to just access them much easier. So you can definitely check that one out, link in the description below, and there'll also be a link just to part 1 anyway, so it's much easier just to go straight to the video. Alright, anyway, let's crack on with today's section. And today's video, by the way, we are going to be building the first floor walls and hopefully get some of the interior walls marked out as well. So let's just get cracking. Okay, so to get us started in today's video, we are literally just going to grab ourselves some lovely brick block. As this is the main material for the exterior of the building, it kind of makes sense just to get out of the way and, do all the walls and stuff. So, I have drawn some plans, and we all know what happens when I draw plans. It kind of goes a little bit sideways, so hopefully it won't happen today. But I am going to kind of go a bit slow just in case I do make a mistake. So, over here on our back section of our basement, where we kind of have the exterior steps that go into the backyard, you should have about 14 blocks along here. So, not including this one on the end. We're going to go from this one, sort of second block in, and count from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. That is perfect. Okay, remember what I said, guys? You knock off that one, so you don't, count that one. Awesome. Well, once we have that, we can now go ahead and sort of raise this up a level, like so. Now, we might have to punch out some holes later on in the video, just for some doorways and such, but at the moment, we are more than able to, build a secondary sort of layer to this wall. Now we're going to go ahead and start to count here, so behind our 14, and go back for about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now at the moment we're kind of mimicking the walls that we already have laid out. That is perfect, but later on we might have to go a little bit over where the actual basement stops. So now we're going to count from here and go along by 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Then we'll come from here and we'll go back by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here we have to go a bit weird and go over the sort of boundaries of our basement. So on the 5 here, we start to count on this block here, so it's going to be a little bit levitating. You could also just go ahead and add in a row down here as well, on ground level, because at the end of the day, the basement is underground, and we of course need some foundations for our actual mansion. So we're going to go next to our 5 one we just ended on, and go along for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm actually going to double layer this, just so I can mark it up to where we have been before. Cool. Then I'm going to go ahead and go to about here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, diagonally away from that one, and out the back. Then I'm going to come to here, and go along for 2, and out by just 2 layers like so. Now I'm going to diagonally go back in for 2, and then diagonally go back in and along for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, stack them up for 2 rows, like so. Wonderful. Hey everyone, I'm really sorry, my PlayStation has a bad habit of just cutting out little segments in my videos. So you'll see here, it does kind of skip on a little bit, but I literally just added 4 bricks just up from what we were doing originally. So literally just 2 layers of bricks, 4 in total. Then I'm going to go to here, so where we just finished on our 2, and to the right of it, I'm going to go for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And double stack that one as well now. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and go behind my 7, so I'm actually going to my elf over there. I'm going to go along for about 14. So don't count this one, of course, you count on the next one along. We start a new wall. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Thank goodness we had to stop counting because I almost ran out of breath. And then we'll just double stack that one as well. Perfect. Okay, now we're actually coming to the front of the mansion here. So we can actually go ahead, come around the front and sort of make it a little bit easier for ourselves by going along the front side. Now, we've ended this wall, for coming out forward wise. So we need to go to the right now so we can make this into a big sort of shape. So we're going to start to count a new row going to the right hand side. So we're going back in on ourselves. Now this one goes along for 7. So we're going to go along for 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just realized I drew that section upside down for some reason. I have no idea why. But that should be in line with the other one back there. Now we're going to come out by 2, just like that, and stacked up for 2 again. Now that'll be our peak at how far it comes out. So we need to go to the right once again. So to the right of the 2, we're going to go along for 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And double stack that one as well. Perfect. If you do need to pause the video at any point during this tutorial, guys, please do not hesitate to do so. It's always good if we're all on the same page, and if you need to take your own time doing it, then that is totally cool. Alright, so now we need to leave some spaces for the actual doorway and the door frame. So we're going to go ahead and leave ourselves just a block gap of 3. Now I'm not certain if the foundation underneath of it is brick or it's quartz, as is my one over there, so I'll have to just kind of double check that later on. So we're just going to leave a gap of 3 for now. 1, 2, 3. Once you pass the 3, we go along for 14 once again until we reach the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And double stack that one, of course, as well. Now then, now we're getting to a little bit of a strange section because you need to join back up to the actual basement so we can have this as an exterior wall. So we need to sort of jump back onto the boundaries of the basement by going 2 just here and then just put 1 just on top of that sort of foundations already. So we've actually added basically 2 blocks, but of course we have to add in that sneaky one down there so we have the actual foundations kind of filled up. Then if we go along for 7, we should be a block away from the sort of end wall there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And then we'll go along here for an entire row over the glass there, and then we should reach up to the other side. So I'm just going to speed run this one right the way along to here. Now if you don't mind, I'm just going to go and double check my dimensions really quick for that one last wall, but I think it is looking pretty fantastic so far. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so after checking constantly at what I've just done, I just wanted to make sure that we have the right exact dimensions for all of our walls. I did notice that's one mistake that I did make at the beginning of the tutorial. I just want to rectify before we do carry on and make some drastic changes to our structure really. So we're going to grab our brick block once again. The mistake I made, by the way, was this 2 over here. So these 2, you know, when I stacked one of them up onto the sort of boundaries of the basement here, well, it actually kind of goes alongside this wall as well as connecting to that wall back there. So that was actually my mistake. I am so sorry about that, guys. What we're going to do now is just quickly fix it. So come to the front right of your building. So this one just here. Go to behind, take out that 2, and then take out what would be that 2, but we've just put 1 block there. We're basically going to add in 1, 2, 3, 4 just here, like so. These are the only 2 blocks we change up. And now you should be left with about, I think it's about 15 blocks along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we'll just check the other side for 15 as well. And if it lines up with 15, then we've done it right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Oh my goodness me. I basically filmed about half of the tutorial and I was going to call it a day. And then I realized this huge mistake that threw me off completely. And I've just spent about an hour looking for that one tiny mistake, and it was over there. Oh, but I am so glad I found it. That is perfect. Alright, we can now carry on with the rest of the build and not panic about mistakes. What we need to grab ourselves now is just some plain old snow, because we're going to go ahead and bring out the back layer of the mansion, so the backyard is kind of raised up a little bit. So what we need to do is take in our snow. We're going to go to this wall over here, so the back left, also to the left of the staircase going down to the basement. We're going to go ahead and go along up to 32 blocks with snow. So this is going to be a little bit of a long counting process, so please bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. Now once you have 32, you can go ahead and speed run all the way until you reach, oops, come on snow, come on, keep up, we're going to go to here. So as the house kind of curves back in and goes a bit sort of skinny at the end here, we just want it to connect up to this wall just here, not the other side of the house. So we're going to go ahead and bring this along for the 32, and it should connect up to kind of build a half square like so. And then we want to go ahead and fill in every single block in here with snow up to the same layer, which is just 1. So let's get it done. Alright guys, so the next step, we need to go ahead and work on the exterior doors. So we have the main entrance over there to do. We have a secondary entrance, well, exit I guess, from the back of the house over on the right side. And then we have this back door on the left side. And that is actually the door that has the little cap flap that Kevin kind of shoots one of the wet bandits through the doorway. So we need to go ahead and make that door right away. So we're going to take ourselves a block of quartz, an iron door, white stained glass, polished granite stairs, polished granite, a torch, brick block, cauldron and an iron trap door. First things first, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the right of our sort of iron fence here. We're going to go not on this block, we're going to go to the one to the right of it, so basically diagonally away like so. Now we're going to start here and build this row of quartz up for about 4 blocks in total. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we'll go a block away and leave space for the door and place another row of 4 just like so. So another pillar of 4. Now we'll connect them up here, and then this gap up here we'll fill in with some white stained glass. And now we can go ahead and take our iron door, go onto the inside of our mansion and place it facing the interior of the build like so. Cool. Next, let's take our brick block. We're going to go up to the right side of the doorway and the right side of the block of quartz over here and build this one up for 4 blocks as well. Now, once we're in line with with our glass even, we can go ahead and stick ourselves a torch just here so it's in line with the glass block like so. Now we can drop right down to the floor and in line with the torch, place yourself 1, 2 cauldrons just like so, and then diagonally out to the right, we're going to go ahead and stick ourselves a cauldron just here. Now we'll take iron trapdoors, shift click or crouch click, and place these on top of the bins to make those dustbins. Now we can take ourselves, lastly, our polished granite steps, place one just here, in line with the door, bring your granite out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and fill this in, and then go ahead and connect them up to the basement staircase just by adding 2 blocks of granite in there like so. That is amazing. Okay, we're about ready to grab some new materials. Okay, so the next step, we need to go ahead and go to the back right section of our house. Basically, the part that isn't filled up with snow for 1 layer. We're going to use this wall right here. Let's take ourselves a block of quartz, smooth quartz stairs, dark oak doors, polished andesite, nether brick fence, stone stairs, glass, pillar quartz block, and of course some brick block. We're going to go ahead and take our block of quartz first of all. We will go ahead and count from the corner in here, and we'll go to the 3rd block in. So 1, 2, and on 3 is where we'll start to build. So we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4 once again. Leaving a 1 block gap, let's place another 4 just here, and then connect them over with a block in there like so. Next we'll take our smooth quartz stair, we'll go onto the interior of our build and place one just upside down in that frame like so. Now we can take our dark oak door and go around to the exterior of the build once again and place this door flush to the wall just here and to the upside down stair on the inside. That's looking great. Now we can take ourselves our polished andesite and place 2 just here out from the wall and out in line with the quartz, and 2 just here. Then we'll place 1 on both of these in front of both those mini pillars. Now we can take stone steps and place 1 here and 1 here, and then nether brick fence, 1 on here, 1 on here, 1 on here, and the last one on here, like so, for a little railing so no one has to fall down the steps. That is awesome. Alright, let's spin around and go to the main front entrance over here. So, first things first, let's go ahead and take ourselves our polished andesite. We're going to go up to this 3 block gap, and we're just going to go a block out from that 3 block gap, so a block out from the wall basically, and go along for 5 blocks. Oops, like so. Then we'll go ahead and make this 5 blocks go up for 2, like so. Then we'll go ahead and build out the 5 once more, like so. Next we can go into 3 and place ourselves our 3 blocks stacked up for 2, lots of polished andesite like that. Then we can go ahead and stick ourselves a block just here and one block just here. Then we'll drop into the flooring and go along for 5 blocks down here. Then we'll come out from that 5 and place 3 just here. And then we'll go ahead and stick 5 again just here like so. Now we'll come a bit more onto the paving stones in a later on video. Next, let's take our stone steps. Let's place 3 just here. Knock out these 3 polished andesites on the first row of 5, basically sticking out from the building. Then you've got one behind that as well. And then we can stick our 3 rows of stone steps in there as well. Cool. Next, we'll take ourselves our nether brick fence. We will stick one here, 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 and here. And then we'll go ahead and basically stack them so that there's 2 on both lots of polished andesite blocks, like that. Then we can go ahead and stick one just on here, and then we can take our pillar quartz block and go 1, 2, 3 up on both sides behind our nether brick fence, like so. Cool. That looks really, really cool. Then we can take our pillar quartz again and place one just here at the bottom of the fence and one just here on the bottom of the fence, both facing in the opposite directions. Cool. Then we'll take ourselves our quartz steps. We will place one facing into the other pillar on that one and one facing into the other pillar on that one. Then we'll place one upside down facing into the other and one upside down again facing into the other like so. Then we can go ahead, flip around to the inside, taking ourselves our quartz block, just a normal block of quartz. We will place one on this polished andesite block here, diagonally in from a pillar, and diagonally in from our pillar on the other side, do the exact same. Next, let's take our glass block and go 1, 2, 3 on both lots of quartz, and then we'll connect them up with just a block in the middle like so. That also should be in the middle of the upside down steps at the top there. And then lastly, we'll take ourselves a block of quartz, stick it under that middle block of glass, and then we can go around to the outside once again and stick our dark oak door on here, like so. Now then, taking ourselves our brick block, we will go behind our pillar and build up for about 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the exact same on the opposite side. And then connect them over for that 3 above the glass there, like so. Now then, there's actually one last material that we do need to finish off this main entrance, and that is just a smooth quartz slab. We're going to go ahead and drop this on the 2 pillar quartz blocks at the bottom of the staircase, one on both sides. And then we'll go above the archway of the door frame and place just 3 up here like so. That is looking amazing. It's now time to crack on with one of my favourite sections, which is definitely the windows. Now then, to build these very iconic looking windows, we're going to take ourselves just 4 materials: brick block, dark oak trapdoors, block of quartz, and some glass panes. First things first, we need to take our brick block and go around the entire perimeter of the build and just build this up by another row. So we're just going to build up 1 layer all the way around this perimeter like so. Let's get it done all the way around here, up to the door, stop at the door, then do the other side until you reach the other door, and then of course go around until you reach the front again. Let's get it done. There we are. Once you have that done, you should go around to the front section of the build and you should be left with about 3 layers of brick at the bottom. That is perfect. That is going to be our foundation. Now then, we can take our brick block once again, and these brick block pillars we made behind our quartz pillars on the front entrance, we can use these to our advantage. So we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks up. For now, that is going to be our highest point in this tutorial, guys, by the way. The 4 blocks up here is kind of the highest we get in today's video. So keep that in mind. So here, we leave this one empty at the moment. We're going to leave a block gap of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll build 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows of 4 high brick block pillars. Then we'll leave another gap of 4. And then we'll build these 3 on the corner here, going up to that 4 block mark as well. Now I must do the same on the opposite side because this is a very symmetrical looking build. So here, first things first, oops, don't fall, build yourself the pillar going up to the 4, then we'll leave a 4 block gap, and then we'll build 4 in here, going up for the 4 as well. And then lastly, the 3 over here must go up to the 4 as well. Cool. Now, once you have that done, you can take yourself block of quartz. We will go inside of our window frames and we'll build 1, 2, 3 up with our block of quartz, and 1, 2, 3 the opposite side. So we're left with actually 2 rows of 3 high spaces for our glass panes. So over here, the exact same, and then the 2 over here must be the exact same as well. Like so. Let's go ahead and fill in our glass panes. Pretty simple at the moment. Does get a little weird around the back because we do make some windows in odd spots, mostly because of the kitchen and the layout of the kitchen with the cupboards and whatnot. We need to make the kind of windows a little bit higher than the rest of the ones at the front. But that's okay, we can come onto that when we do get onto that. Let's go ahead and take our dark oak trapdoors. Now these are the things that give the house its distinct look at the front. Is of course the sort of window, what are they called? Shutters, I think, something like that. So we go ahead from top to bottom along the 3 blocks of quartz on both sides of it, placing 3 trapdoors, folded down with the hollowed out squares like so. So let's go ahead and do it this side, and over here as well. Now this one is right on the end of the building, so don't worry about that, that is supposed to happen. So we'll go here, place all these in, and then here, and then this last one over here. Now it really isn't too big of a deal if you do the one with the sort of chunky squares there, the chocolate bar looking one, but I prefer the hollowed ones just because it looks a little bit more textured. So it really is up to you guys how you want to do it. Now we can take our brick block and go along the 4 blocks of each window and fill it in, so we have like a row of brick above each window now. Like so. Now then, we need to start going around the side of the house. So on these sort of side outbuildings, I guess you could say, we're going to go ahead and take our block of quartz once again, doing a similar thing to what we did at the front. We're going to go up for 3 blocks here. This time we're going to leave a block gap of 4, and then we're going to place another row of 3 block of quartz just like so. Now we can go ahead and build this last one up to that 4 block mark, and then build it over our window frame. Inside of our window frame, glass panes once again for all 4 of these blocks, going up for 3, like so. Now it's the exact same on the opposite side, so we can go ahead and do that now. So 1, 2, 3 quartz there, 1, 2, 3, 4 block gap, 3 quartz over here, glass panes inside of our quartz. Glass panes always are a little bit of a trouble of mine in Minecraft. There we go. And then we can go ahead and stack this up for 4 and across our window as well. Cool. Okay, the front of the house is starting to look awesome. Let's go around the right side first of all. Alright, so around the right side here, we want to go ahead and count this as one of our wall starting points. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 5 blocks going up to that 4 block sort of raised bit there, like so. Now we go ahead and add in a window here, 1, 2, 3 with our quartz, and we actually go ahead and take 6 glass panes on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 lots of quartz once again. Now this is going to be a pain, getting all these to actually stick together. There we go. And then last row up here, like so. Now we can build our brick once again over it like so. Now between the next lot of windows, there's like a 4 block gap, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we fill this up as well. I want to just go and double check this real quick because on my photo it looks like 4, but it might actually be 3. So just give me 2 seconds guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm glad I checked that because it is actually 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim that off for a second. So 3 blocks after our 6 block window. Then we go ahead and take ourselves a block of quartz again, go up for 3, leave a 2 block gap and place another lot of 3 block of quartz like so. Then we'll go ahead and leave 2 blocks going up for that 4 with your brick block, fill over the window if you want to, and then fill over this one until you reach the end 2 over here and build this one up as well. So you're kind of leaving a 4 block gap here. That's because we're going to build another window exactly the same as this one, just in here. Then put in our glass panes. Now you're probably looking at the inside at the moment and thinking, ooh, that looks disgusting for a mansion. but we are going to sort out the floor and stuff like that, because as you can see, it's just a block raised above the actual basement, so you don't have to see any of this sort of random material sticking through the floor. Alright, awesome. Let's go around to the back now. So starting to count here, we're going to go ahead and build another row of 4 just here. Then we'll go ahead and stack up this row going along to the door. And then we want basically our next window to start in line with the white stained glass block and then the top of the door. So over here, we'll go ahead and stick 1, 2 block of quartz, leave a block gap of 2 and place another 2 block of quartz like so. Then we'll go ahead and stick in 4 glass panes like that. Now brick block can go ahead, go up to the door and over the door to connect to that torch pillar just there. Now there's no windows over here, so we can just fill this one up as well. Now there is a window around the corner here. So once again, leaving a block gap of 2 just by adding another row in. We go ahead and make this one in line with that one over there. So again, in line with our white stained glass block and the block of quartz above the door. Let's build this up to the corner. Actually not just up to the corner, just a block away from the corner like that. Then we can go ahead and stick 1, 2 and 1, 2 just there, leaving a 1 block gap for 2 glass panes. Now taking brick block, we can fill that over like so. Cool. Let me just recap real quick. So it goes 1, 2, 3 up from the floor. It's on the 4th one and the 5th one. And then it's only worth 1 lot of glass panes in there like so. Okay, so in the corner here, this does get a little weird because we need to go back to the same layer as these windows. So we're actually going to go ahead and start on this one just in the corner there. Now I know that looks a bit weird, but it will look pretty cool once it's in there. So we're going to go 3 up, so we're in line with this one. Then we'll leave a 1 block gap and place another 3 quartz just here. Then we'll place 3 glass panes just there, and then we'll take our brick block and finish up this wall like so. Perfect. Now then, around the corner, there are no windows here, so this is nice and easy. We just want to fill this one up to our height up here. Now then, it gets a little weird as it goes around the corner and up to the chimney. There's a window here, and there's also a window the other side of the chimney. These are our next and final windows on the back. So we go ahead and go just in from where we went diagonal out for the chimney. We go 1, 2, 3, leave a block gap of 2 and place 2 just here. Sorry, a 1 block of 3 quartz just like so. Then the other side will do the exact same. So 1, 2, 3, block gap of 2 and then 1, 2, 3 again. And now glass panes go in these for a total of 6 blocks. And then we can fill in the rest of the blocks with just some normal brick block. And don't forget to go over the windows just so you can incorporate them into the actual build. Also build up the chimney back here as well. And then fill up around the door frame. Now the last window is on the right side of our house over here. Now it's not actually next to the door, so we can fill this one up. It is around the back here. Well, the right side of the house, so the smaller side of the house. We want to go in from about 4 blocks on both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and build these ones up to our main height. Like so. And then we can take 1, 2, 3 block of quartz on both sides, like so. And then we'll take 3 rows of 5 glass panes to go in here to finish this off. And then of course lastly we need brick block to go ahead and go over our window to incorporate it in the build like that. Well, that is looking amazing. Alright, nice one. Okay guys, so now that we have a house with basically 4 walls looking awesome, we are now going to go ahead and take ourselves some spruce wood planks and literally fill up all of these blocks here. So literally the layer that the doors connect to, we're going to go ahead and fill in all of these. Now these blocks here, you may just want to replace them with maybe some planks, but I'm pretty sure that is actually on a wall, so you can just go ahead and work around them if you want. Leave this middle gap empty though, because that is going to be for the laundry chute, so you want to go ahead and leave that empty, so just build around them like so. And with regarding the staircase over here, maybe just build up to this point here, and as far as like this area goes, don't go around, you know, don't basically exceed the boundaries of the wall, which I know you won't anyway, because you'd have to build, like, you know, through a wall, which would just be weird. So yeah, let's just go ahead, get this all done, and get this place looking like it should. Okay guys, so literally all we need for the interior walls are some quartz bricks and some brick block. Now only on certain walls do we use the quartz bricks to kind of add a skirting board to the bottom of our kind of interior walls. So we are going to be relying mostly on our brick block over here. Now then, first things first, let's go over to the left side of our building, kind of to this smaller room over here with the back door included. I'm going to drop down to the floor down here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 along with my wall at the moment. I'm going to build this straight up to that mark we've kind of ended the exterior walls on. Now I'm going to leave my quartz bricks until lastly, because we can just add them in last and it'll be a little bit easier. Now we're going to leave a block gap of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over here we should be left with about 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect, and then of course that goes into the exterior. So let's also build this up to the height of the kind of walls at the moment. There we are, that's looking awesome. Now I'm going to go around to the main entrance, and I'm actually going to go to this block just here and this block just here, so kind of the one next to the quartz bricks, well, the quartz blocks on both sides. Now then, I'm going to bring this one out, 1, 2, let's go 3, 4, 5 at the moment, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I must have made that one a little bit too large. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's okay. And then we'll go back in on ourselves up to the 4th one and place just one block on both sides. Now I'd like to go and double check this real quick, but I'm pretty sure that is looking great. Yep, so that is looking awesome. Almost looks like the sign on a road for a T-junction or something like that coming up. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and build these up to the height we have here. I should really probably get the dimensions of the height, so it's going to be, yeah, it is going to be 5 blocks above our sort of ground level here. So let's go ahead and build this left wall up as well. There we go. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and bring 2 blocks out, like so, and for 2 layers on both sides, and then we'll drop back down here, so we've left a 2 block gap, and on this right side we're going to go ahead and build this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks like so, and we'll go ahead and fill this up. Now on the other side over here, so the one that we kind of started with over here, kind of closest to that, we'll just go ahead and run this straight to the wall up at the back there and build this one straight up to the ceiling. Now that one will be right next to the window, but if you look on the opposite side, that is the exact same over there as well, so that actually works out pretty nicely. Cool, that's looking awesome. Okay, now what I would like to do is just go and quickly check some things over. I'm pretty sure we need to mark out our downstairs sort of lavatory down here, so let me go grab some new dimensions and I'll be right back. So let's take our brick block once again. Let's go a block away from this sort of 6 block wall over here, so just here. We'll build this up to the back wall with those 3 blocks, and of course build this up to the ceiling at the moment. And now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and curve that in for 1, leave this one empty, and build a 3 block wall going up to the 5 block height at the moment. Let's also leave a door space between those, like so, by just adding in 3 blocks at the top there. Perfect, that's awesome. Alright, now what we'll do is we'll go to this wall just here, so the 6 block wall. We'll go ahead and build 1, 2 just here, and build this one straight up to the ceiling. Then we'll leave a 1 by 1 gap, and then we'll build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whoops, there we go, just like so, and build this one straight up to the ceiling as well. Well, I say ceiling, you know what I mean. There we go. Okay, so now then, what we must do is go to the right side of our house, and over here, where we have this sort of wall that kind of curves in with the trapdoors on it, we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 blocks after that, just like so, and build this up to our 5 block mark. Then we'll leave a gap of 3, not to be confused with the 4 that we left on the left side. We're going to use just a gap of 3, and we'll go along for 8 after this gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like so. And now we can build this one up to, of course, our 5. Now we'll go ahead and curve this around the corner, and we should just be kind of but directly next to our trapdoor here, which is perfect. So we go ahead and just add in a wall there, and this wall should total up for about 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's awesome. Now we can go ahead and add in just a 1 block wall just there, so we have like 1 block gaps on both sides of this 7 block wall in the middle. Alright guys, so before we can actually start to use our quartz bricks, we need to do one last thing, and that is just to surround our actual laundry chute over here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to this brick block to the right of the actual chute. I'm going to bring this along for 2, like so. I'm going to place 2 in here as well, like that, and then build both of these rows of 2, pillars of 2, up to 5, like so. So when you fly above it, it should look something like this. And then we actually have a chute for our laundry chute. Now then, regarding the 1x1 doors, all of these here, we're going to go ahead and add in 2 blocks at the top there, just to connect the walls up, like so. Also gives the doors a 1x3 sort of doorway there as well. Pretty awesome. Okay, now we're about ready to grab ourselves our quartz bricks and get doing the final decorations in today's part. So now to add in our last detail of just the quartz bricks. We're going to go to our foyer first of all. We're going to drop down both sides of the doorway, and it's going to be covered up on the outside by a quartz pillar, but we want to go ahead and add in some quartz bricks on the inside. Then we'll run it along both of the 5 block walls, including that 1 block on both sides that sticks out, like this. And then we carry on our quartz bricks on the right side wall over here, under there, and then around this bathroom as well. Only for the bottom row, by the way, guys. Like so. Now you want to leave this one plain, and you also want to leave these 2 plain as well. Now the reason we leave most of these plain is because on certain blocks, like these far 2 end ones, they will be showing on the outside. Well, this one will be anyway. And if we leave one off, it just looks silly, so we just want to go ahead and not really do it for that entire wall there. So, going back onto the right side of the house, we can now go ahead and carry it on around the corner, just here, underneath this 7 long wall, over here, around our sort of laundry chute. Oops, my mistake, let me fill that back in, and up to the outside wall just there. So along here, along this one, but leave the other side of the door empty, so don't do this one, because again, it will be shown on the outside. And then on this side, we want to go ahead and do it around our laundry chute here as well, like so. Let me just double check this. Yeah, that's looking awesome. Alright, well, that is it for this Wheelassassin video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for part number 2 of how to build my fully detailed Home Alone mansion in Minecraft. I really hope you're thoroughly enjoying the series. It's going to be a super awesome one. I know it's a little bit slow at the moment with, you know, building all these walls and stuff like that, but structure and Minecraft, you know, they go hand in hand, so we need to get this all done before we do fun stuff like the furniture. But I really do hope you can drop a like on this video if you did enjoy it. Please be sure to consider subscribing if you're new around here and you'd like to see some more of my tutorials in the future. Definitely check out the social links in the description below, and yeah, you guys stay safe, of course, have an excellent rest of your day, and I will see you for part number 3 of my Home Alone Mansion series, coming very soon. Goodbye for now, everybody. Thank you so much once again. Take care.